By the end of the video today, your mind's going to be blown with everything I'm going to reveal, especially the end. But let's start at the beginning of the story. So we bring this up here, and we find that the Makers are controlling the Slayer. Now, this is the beginning of the game here, when he is in an anger state right here. At the beginning here, we see a Maker with the control system and the Slayer in the distance. This is when he's currently under the Maker control. And you'll see here, as we play it, they're dialing up the knobs. They are lighting this tether system in his chest, and his eyes are yellow. This signifies that they are controlling him in a way, and this is at the very beginning of the game. Now, we're going to see some curious things in this trailer that I'm going to reveal to you very, very soon that I've noticed. Now we come back here, those are the hell ships again. We have looks like Novik on the right, Thera on the left. As we can see here, there must be some sort of invasion going on, it looks like. So now we see Slayer's coming up. He is being chosen at this point. The tether is lit yellow. His eyes are yellow. He's under Maker control at the beginning of the game. Now, this is when he gets blasted down into Kalim, the city. This is the first level. We got to play it through in its entirety. Very cool first level. So he gets blasted here. You end up in a sort of field level, not really a field, but you'll see here soon. Got Novik one here. He looks a little bit upset. Why would that be the case? There's got to be a reason for this, right? Because earlier at the beginning of the game, he's a little bit leery of the Slayer, you might say. You'll see what I mean. Now, the yellow eyes, pay attention to that color. That's very important for later. Let's check this out. Now, this right here is Azric. Now, I want you to pay real close attention to him here. This is how he looks when we first saw him when we were playing the game. He has short horns, implying that he's a young prince. He doesn't have a lot of time under his belt yet ruling these evil ranks, but that changes as the game goes on, and a lot of people are missing this little viewpoint here. I want you to pay real close attention to that. Watch the screen here, okay? Listen to him at the start and see how his character transforms over time. Is this because they just changed the way he looks in general, or is there a purpose to it? I don't know. We'll see.
Is divided.
Okay, this is the beginning scene. When I played it in California, that I said I would not show my child. Very brutal. Doom has not gone this far before. We see someone's chest ripped out, and the imps are having a dinner. So I'm going to show you this. There's more to it than that. Anyway, this looks like the siege level that we saw. We have Valen at the center, Sentinels to the right and the left. Thunderclouds up here. Something bad's about to happen. They're about to gain entrance. This looks like the siege level or somewhere of the sort where they're going to bring in the ships, bring in the attack. Because you play the first level, the first half of it, you kill the 5 gore portals. You get called back to the gate because Marek, something? He says that there's a disturbance at the gate. So that's when we go back to it, and that's when the demo got cut off. So that, I think, is what we've seen as far as the Titans coming through the ground and attacking. Oh, there's so much stuff that we've seen from this trailer so far. Azric again, he's got the short horns here, we can see. He looks menacing, but something is worse later about him that I caught when I was watching this. Hold on. Okay, he's leading out at the edge right here. The armies, the Mancubi, are all coming out from the bottom. So he's at the pinnacle of his ship, the point. Okay, now we see army here. A lot of demons. Reminds me of Amora. So there's a big siege battle at hand. Okay, this part is at the beginning. When we see, I can finally talk about this. Okay, so this part, Azric is looking at the Slayer, and he is jealous at this point. He says the only one they fear is him, and he wants to be the only one that gets feared. So he's watching the Slayer go through these simulations, these hologram battles. Like I said, this is the very start of the game. We didn't get to record this part, but now they're getting to reveal it. Azric is on the right. Which far is on the far right? You'll see. Pay attention to that character. Or maybe, I don't know, that's not the witch. That's someone. A priest. Something nasty. So Slayer is going through the battles right here. Okay. I want to pay real close attention to that witch character. I want to rewind it. Now, there's a theory my friend Zexy had that Azric is the one taking orders from Witch. The Witch could be the final big bad person of the game. It's like not a bait and switch, a subversion. Is that the word? So we see Azric here. He's watching Slayer. He's jealous. Witch is giving orders here. We do not know who this masked character is. Looks very Makerish, though, doesn't it? Slayer. Okay. Portal, this is the siege level. That on the left side is the gate that we ended up at the end of the demo with. Looks like that the demo cut off. They're going to break through the ground with the Titan because maybe the betrayal, maybe not. Okay, the Sentinels are now running. This is the gate. Okay, Titan coming through the ground. We saw this at the Dev Direct. This is maybe the betrayal. This is where we defeat the 5 gore portals and we're like, okay, something's happening. Okay, now we see Azric here with longer horns. This is very interesting here because this is a red portal signifying the bad guys. I've spoken to my friend Zexius, could actually have its own video of itself. A hero's journey. Maybe we'll see the Slayer in a bad spot. What am I hinting to in this video? I don't know. Well, his horns are longer here.
Demon. He's after something.
It looks very powerful, and we see a whole line of sentinels. Maybe that's Marok in the middle. We know we have Novik right here on the left, and then Valen here. Doesn't look like Thera. Thera is Novik's daughter, and another sentinel-wearing Cyclopsy badge-looking stuff on the eyes. At this point, I thought Novik would be dead. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Let's keep taking a look. This is key here, okay? They're looking out. They're all worried. You can tell this from the nonverbal language that they're coming out. I'm a huge communications student, so I see what's going on here.
That much power in hell.
Okay, Titan. They're talking about that much power. There is some sort of... Maybe this is a betrayal. I don't know.
None of us would survive.
Okay, this is where the tides are turning, it looks like, and we see some really bad stuff going on, obviously. Very cool Titan shot here. Okay, that's Thera on the right, somebody else on the left. This is a control room we see near the beginning of the game when they're like, oh, they're talking to the Makers. Creed Maker was his name at first. Bishop Maker, it looks like it is now, or Bishop Creed. So this is where they're talking to... They have the little device in the hand to communicate with the Maker. This is where they're saying, hey, we got to release the Slayer. Things are getting bad. So I think this is earlier on versus before the siege part.
Bishop Creed.
Yeah, Bishop Creed. Okay, see? Communicating, Maker device there. Thera, Novik's daughter. All right. This looks like Hebeth, at least to me, but I could be off, but probably later on. Hebeth is the second mission, and it's this very Marsy looking level. That's fine. Portal, big blue portal. Sentinel, probably. Hellship up there. Okay. Slayer gets blasted into here?
Confirmed.
Okay, why is he here? This is odd.
The Slayer has been activated.
Okay, this is not where we saw him at. Okay, this looks like the Hebeth area, which said early on, but why is there a Mancubus there? Maybe this is a little bit further in because there's a war going on. We played the dragon level, maybe it's connected to that. There's a level that we didn't get to see, so maybe it's connected to that. That's so much stuff. Okay, shield saw. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, this looks like the creature. This is a rocket launcher. Now remember, it's going to be a shotgun rocket launcher where you have a parry that lets you get up close to negate the self-damage. This looks like an ethereal sort of round. We see this character look a lot different. This looks like similar to the thing from Siege, but a little different. Okay, no, the rocket launcher we didn't have in Siege. Looks how beefy it is. Slow and beefy. Took out the armor, actual functional armor. Okay, looks like a Cyber Demon there in maybe earlier? Since Cyber Demons are early, Pinky Rider 2, probably not too late. But what gun? Oh, it's Plasma. Got the shield. Now this looks more like a Siege area, but he's got the Reaver chain shot, so it very well could be Siege. You get it in that level. And we've got the soldiers lined up. That is a good armor pool, if you played Eternal, to get a bunch of armor out of there. Let's take a look. This has to be after the siege part, because you look up here, there's a lot of overtaken vegetation, flora, fauna, whatever the term is. I'm not going to stick on that for too long. Okay, that's a new creature we have not seen, so this must be later, okay? Oh, look at that big boy. Center eye, armor, little, look at the little guy up here. Isn't that a funny little camera? Oh, wow, look at that nasty shot. He jumps to the side. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's take a look back again. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's the mace. We did not get to use the mace. You see his face there. It's got a little tentacle thing coming out of the side. This must be later. Mace, we got Flail in Siege. We got Gauntlets in Kalim, Flail in Siege, and Mace we did not get to try out. So this has to be one of the later levels. He has a red sword. That was cool. Oh, there's a lot to extract from this. Okay. Okay, Azrac is here, long horns. This gets nasty. Okay, Witch is behind him. Torn up terrain. His horns are clearly longer here. Maybe this signifies stronger expertise. Maybe he's in the game longer. He's got more power, and he's stacked. His rib cage is nasty looking there. He's got the little eye thing. There's the theory I was speaking to my friend Zexy that maybe we'll see the Slayer. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. So he wants to be the king. This is like Disney sounded. Not really. I'm just kidding. Because who wants to be the king? Scar, the evil one, right? So we see Azrac coming down here, floating down, Slayer here. Maybe there are multiple battles. We'll see. Look here. Right now, if you're just doing something else, look at the screen. Eyes are not yellow anymore. We know that yellow eyes signify Maker force and control. He breaks out of that at some point, maybe gets stuck in another dimension. Maybe there's a time skip, but we know that he's not under the control now, but he's still... that's a very big plot point, I bet. Okay. Coming around here with an Atlan. Looks like a more royal Atlan, like Novik's was, but maybe not. But it kind of looks like it. Reminds me of that. Okay. Big Titan Mace. That hurts. Now, the key point here is an Atlan shotgun here. This is already in ruins, so this looks maybe later-ish because we have... My goodness, that's powerful. Sarat the Dragon, we know about that. Okay, this is the key point here. He's riding the dragon. The yellow eyes, so maybe this is still Maker control time. Okay, watch this. This is the beginning. He's all punching. He's trapped by the Makers. He knows it. This has got to be beginning. He's blasting the walls. He's angry. Too angry to die. But he cannot break out. Okay, this is a key point of everything here. This is a ballista, not the ballista we know from Eternal, but it's an actual type of medieval weapon. Or like the Heretic Ethereal Crossbow. I'm going to spacebar through real slow right here, okay? What kind of creature is that? This looks to be that Worlds Beyond. We see a strange statue up here. Okay. Ooh, Caco's up here at the top. Mancubi at the bottom. Imps at the bottom. Soldiers on the left. This is the chain here for the BFG style. This is how they introduced the BFG, remember. 2016 had the little soldiers. The Cacos for Flying Demons and Mars Core for Eternal. That's definitely BFG Blast. I wonder if we're going to have to do a direct hit as opposed to shooting it across the arena. I think it caught on to that. Okay, that's a pretty big blast. Okay, and you see the full-scale ballista here, Destroyer Blade style. It is back. Too cool. Okay, oh man, look at that shot. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so once they're all decimated from that, one of the craziest parts of the trailer right here, we want to watch this transformation, okay? All right. Azric looks very agitated here. He looks mad. He has the long horns. You pay attention to the little cross on his forehead that he's had. He's got blood coming down his face from a scar here, or from a slash. You see his nasty teeth, his nose. Looks kind of human. He's got parts under his eyes, red eyes. Now, I want you that cross on his head is beginning to open up to reveal an eye as he's becoming engulfed in this fire. Very strange. So we continue to open up. Looks really creepy. And what if there are... I'll hold that for just a sec. Okay. This has got to be a fight. He's just getting enraged. Something's going wrong here. And we can see how menacing he... Oh my goodness, that looks nasty. Wow. Okay, Slayer's not under Maker control at this point. Hold on. He's looking up at him. Up. So they're about to do battle. And this is probably one of the most interesting points in the whole trailer that could deserve an entire video of its own. If you have just been halfway paying attention, now's your time to shine. All right, come back to your computer for this one. Red portal like the Marauder. Helmet gets just mercilessly cast through. We see the shot of the helmet close up. It's got blood. It's cracked. It's beat the crap up. I have my helmet over there. It is not in this bad condition. So, Hero's Journey implies that, for my friend Sexy mentioning that they do battle, he gets defeated, maybe stuck in Eons of Hell, and he has to fight back out using his new tools to take on Azric, to defeat him at the end. Maybe he fights him 3 times, who knows? And each time is different. Maybe we lose on the first one. Maybe it's like Doom 2, the virtual icon of sin, where you fight him more times than one. If you play Doom 2 RPG, you can skip the fights, but that means the next fight of the boss is stronger than if you had not just fought him on the way up. Lots of interesting things here. So we know that this is a problem area for the Slayer, and it even shows how the 2016 and Eternal Slayer is so much more powerful and has no care. He just rips through the priest when he takes their tokens from them. He maybe has learned from this and has seen things at this point in time and has not developed the strength that he had before. Oh, wait, we're not done with the trailer yet. There's still something else right here. I'm going to tab through real slow now, okay? Get ready for it. Here we go. I got to get my keyboard ready. And action. Okay, big claw. How many toes? Does not matter. All right, so we see the siege area in the background. Very large scale. Okay, let's go slow. People getting knocked around the bottom here. Creatures. Cthulhu, whatever, type of creature with the wings. Looks like a cyber... No, it's not a cyber demon at all. He's got the very tentacles looking. If you play Dusk, it reminds me of a character from there. Lovecraftian. Or... So, ooh, look at that. So this is a big scale. Look at the ships here coming at him. It would be cool if we could scale this creature. If you ever play Mario Odyssey, the ruined dragon, you have to actually go up him and climb the actual dragon to hit him on the head. Maybe you could climb this enemy. I doubt that'll happen. Looks cool though. Looks like he has some sort of little tethery looking thing, evil one, that comes up and attaches to his body. The energy's coming out from this side, so we can see that he's got a lot going on from like the hell energy evil side of things. A lot of spin. He's spinning. He is not very mannerly. He's got a lot of nasty saliva here. Oh, yeah. He's definitely tethered up to something. And over here, we can tell there's some more evil action going on with a hand. Looks like a claw of sorts. Cybernetic in a way. Oh, that looks nasty. And, of course, all of this here. Check out my other breakdown here. Come to the Discord. Thanks so much for watching.